crisp Wednesday afternoon in downtown. Brian, glad to have you here today, and I talk about the Heat. You're out playing baseball, and let's talk about that right out of the gate before we get into some review. How does the Heat, you're talking about young kids, they're pretty resilient, but you've played some pretty hot games over the last few days.
Yeah, it's been we've been in the pressure cooker, as you would say. It's one of those deals that once you're out in it and you're in the dugout and you're out in the coach's box and stuff, you don't really pay much attention to it. But I know the people out there sweating, and definitely appreciate the people coming out to the games and bearing with us as we go through what are the dog days of summer as we're heading into the postseason.
Well, you mentioned the dog days, and that usually comes right at the end of the season, which we find ourselves at right now. We've wrapped up the regular season. You did so, last week we got together on a Thursday because of the Fike tournament over in Blue Springs. You guys played on that Wednesday and beat St. Charles 4-3, and you joined us last Thursday right before you took off to play the Northwest Huskies of Omaha, and that was a game I'm sure you'd like to forget, but you will remember because you had a great pitching performance, a spectacular performance from Jared Parenti, who threw a no-hitter in that ball game, and you guys ended up losing 1-0. That was a tough one.
Yeah, we just couldn't get bats going. Their kid threw the ball in the zone the whole time, and we just couldn't put good wood on there. And tough luck loss for Jared. He pitched a heck of a game. Unfortunately, they were able to scrap across a run with a walk. They bunted him over. But actually, they bunted twice to get him over to third, and then a wild pitch that we weren't able to knock down scored the run that decided the game. So, if anything, it's a learning thing going forward. The smallest of mistakes could cost you deep in the postseason, especially against really good teams.
Well, you bounced back well later that evening. You had to play Warrensburg post 131 and took a 7-5 win in that one in the evening. So they bounced back after the tough one at noon or at 3.
It's a good thing to see. Keegan Finch was out on the mound for that game and pitched a wonderful game. It was something we got out early on them. Thought that kind of started making plans to go into the next day. That Warrensburg team scrapped back, closed the gap there, made us work for it, and we ended up having to finish it out in a real close victory to put us in pretty good shape at that point to advance.
So the advance would have come, of course, after the next day when you had to play the host team Fike, which you knew was going to be a challenge, and it was, and ended up dropping a 4-3 loss in that one, but it was a close ball game.
It was a close ball game. I wasn't real impressed with our effort at the plate. I think that we were trying to hit 5-run home runs, and the bases weren't even loaded. So obviously there's no such thing as a 5-run home run. So it was something that we didn't make adjustments early enough in the game. We did get into a position to win the game late to kind of steal one, which is always a good thing to be able to do in the game of baseball, especially in tournaments and stuff like that. But we just weren't able to string enough hits together to get that to push that momentum over the edge and get us into the win column there, and it completed our run in that tournament.
So after the loss on Friday to the host team, you had a rare weekend off with no games to play. So you knew coming into this week you had the end of the regular season, and that happened last night with Silver Lake. You needed the sweep of the doubleheader last night to get the number 1 seed in the zone tournament, and you ended up walking away with the sweep after the first game with a 9-0 shutout and a great pitching performance from Trent Ferguson.
Yeah, Trenton threw the ball well. One of the things with a few of our pitchers, and Trenton being a main one there, is that they need to go out and assert their dominance from the opening pitch and go out there and challenge hitters. They can overpower a lot of these hitters, and they need to understand that throwing a ball in the zone is going to be good for them to do that and to overpower those hitters. So Trenton really took a big step in getting on a roll here. I thought he pitched extremely well. It was very sharp. Relied on his fastball. Once he figured out that was working, he started mixing in his pitches real well. I thought Merrick Brown called a great game last night from behind the plate. We got some work done at the plate. Got back into swinging those metal bats or those BB Core bats. The wind was blowing out, so we were able to get a couple of them over the fence there. Trenton had a big offensive night in both games with a pair of home runs. But you can't stress enough how important that guy is on the mound and his leadership on the mound. game in and game out.
Well, you took the 9-0 shutout in Game 1, and if the boys thought, hey, this is going to be a cakewalk in Game 2, you had to play Game 2. You ended up with a 7-4 win, but you had to play the ball game.
Yeah, I don't know if we took it lightly. I think that we came out with the knowledge that this team wasn't going to roll over. You know, a couple weeks ago we went up and put 17 runs against that team on the board in Game 1, and then turned around and had to come from behind to squeak out a victory of 4-3. So I don't think we took them lightly, but I think, you know, at the same point, we just weren't stringing those hits together. We were able to get a couple of balls up in the wind and get them out. But overall, I was pleased with the effort that the guys gave last night. We need to get consistent and get hot.
Well, you finished the regular season schedule with a sweep and a 29-8 record overall. How do you feel about that record as you head into the postseason? We'll talk about that here in just a minute as we head into things. But how do you feel about that 29-8 record?
That's 37 games, is that right?
Right.
So quick math there, 37 learning experiences, and that's a great start. But we need to take the lessons that we've learned and put it all together, wrap it into the approach going forward as we head into zone and make some adjustments and go from there.
We'll talk about that zone tournament. We'll also talk to Junior Legion head coach Scott Sneathen when we return on the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show, live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Derek Chappell for 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Next time it's time for pizza. Make it Ottawa's own Pizza Time. See what I did there? Time for pizza, Pizza Time. Well, it's even in their phone number, 785-242-TIME. Put that in your speed dial now, and while you do that, I'll tell you about the menu. Well, delicious pizza, of course, with your choice of toppings, or get a specialty pie like the Meat Lovers or taco or buffalo chicken. Speaking of chicken, check out their wings. Not to mention salads and sandwiches, famous cheese bread, and more. Locally owned and operated and proud home to the weekly Ottawa American Legion Baseball Coaches Show. Dine in, delivery, or carry out. Pizza Time. 785-242, say it with me, TIME.
You've got resolutions for 2017. The experts at Anderson County Hospital can help. Join us on the third Tuesday of each month for free Healthy Happy Hours. Weigh in and track your body mass index. Check your blood pressure and heart rate. Get tips for healthier living. Anderson County Hospital's Healthy Happy Hours. Come for information, stay for snacks. Visit stlukeskc.org/Anderson for details. That's stlukeskc.org/Anderson.
For all your computer services and repair, call Don Hardman, 418-2331.
If you have been in an accident, tell your insurance company you want your repairs done at CarStar Ottawa. We can arrange for your tow, your car rental, and deal with your insurance company all with one phone call. No need for multiple estimates and worry. Call 242-8916. Relax. We'll take it from here.
It's time to get your stuff together for the July 22nd sale at the Eastern Kansas Auction Barn. Sure, you can sell things on the internet and spend your time packing and shipping, or you can sell it the easy way by consigning with the Eastern Kansas Auction Barn. They got a big covered building to protect your stuff from the elements, and if you have too much stuff, and don't we all, the Eastern Kansas Auction Barn will come to you. Call today, 785-241-0208. The Eastern Kansas Auction Barn, 115 West Keokuk.
Napa know-how.
Right now, Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for just $4.29 a quart. Quality motor oil at an affordable price. A deal so good it practically sells itself. Which begs the question, what do we do with the rest of this commercial? Repeat the deal, I guess. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil for just $4.29 a quart. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 7/31/17.
Are you playing horseshoes?
Sure am. Something about this song always puts me in the mood for summertime fun.
Yeah, but this is an office, and it's not a backyard barbecue.
Hey, it could be a barbecue if you help me hammer in this badminton net.
Well, how about we go to Chick-fil-A instead, huh? They got a new smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich.
Huh, that does sound summery. So, do I need a swimsuit or...
What? No, just regular clothes.
Get in the mood for summer. Try the new seasonal smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich at Chick-fil-A. KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the two-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the White Sox on July 22nd. We'll announce the winner on Tuesday, July 18th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
First pitch is banged to deep left field. Back goes Motter. Gone. Merrifield starting things with a bang.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
Welcome back to Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa for another edition of the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show. Derek Chappell, glad to have you with us today on a sunny Wednesday. Come on in, enjoy some pizza, a cold beverage, lunchtime. A lot of folks here, and the time people at Pizza Time always treat us very well, and we appreciate that, and they'll do the same for you. So come on down and see us. We're joined now by Scott Sneathen, Junior Legion coach, who unfortunately has already concluded the season. You guys started your zone tournament last week and ended up with a 2-2 mark in that tournament with a big win right out of the gate over Chanute, which when we talked the week before, we knew it was going to be a tough one, and you guys took it to Chanute, kind of an upset right out of the gate.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. We were the lower seed in that game, and we came out, we hit the ball, kept the errors down to a minimum, and did what we needed to do to get done.
I think as you look at that game, and we talked before about trying to put things together all season and have you want to have the offense and the defense finally in one game at the same time. It sounds like in that Chanute game you really did that.
It did. I mean, we were looking for it all season long, and I can't say that it was a perfect game, but it was probably the best we played together as a team and got stuff done.
And the best time of that, of course, game one in zone. So you beat Chanute right out of the gate, then you have to take on Emporia. Always a tough test.
Yeah.
And
number one seed Emporia, they go 19-1 on the season, and we get to see them after playing earlier in the day, and that second game is always tough for us.
It is. Congratulations. You beat Chanute, you upset them, now you get Emporia.
Yeah, right.
And it was just a tough ball game. 8-2 loss there. Tell me about the ball game there.
It was tough getting off out of the gate. I think the first part of the game, my memory is not great with the first part of the game, but I think we gave up, three runs fairly early, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And then, they're a good hitting team, and we would hit it at people straight out at. And
that makes a difference when your players are hitting it right at people and they're hitting it where your guys ain't. That's a tough day.
Right. Yeah, most definitely.
Tough day. So you lose to Emporia, you got to hit the loser's bracket at that point. Then you got a tough test against Garnett, and you got yourself down early in that ball game.
Yeah, we started out, I think it was 4-0 to begin the game, and
before you knew what hit you.
Yeah. In that first inning, I think they scored 4 runs against us, and Garnett, you can never count them out. They're a scrappy group. I mean,
always in the game.
Always. I mean, if we get up 5 or 6 runs, they'll be right back there.
Yep.
And I got to give them, their coach, Mark Herman, credit. He keeps them, he doesn't let them get their heads down, and they've got some scrappers on that team. They love to play baseball.
Well, your guys didn't get your heads down either after the 4-0 deficit right out of the gate. Then all of a sudden the bats cranked up and you scored 19 runs in the ball game.
Right. Yeah. It was nice to see the bats, and in fact, after that game was over, I was feeling pretty confident going into that next game due to the fact that our bats were awake. Knowing that the other team's pitching were probably starting to dwindle a little bit, I figured maybe we'd get some good looks at the plate. And, our bats just didn't completely show up that last game against Chanute. But we hit it hard and we hit it right at them, and it was just a little too late there at the end of the game.
Well, so you end the season, you go into losing to Chanute in the final ball game. It was going to be tough to beat them again. You knew that, and
right.
Like you said, after the other, but a very strong performance in zone by your Junior Legion ball club. You end the season at 14-17 overall. Give me some of your takeaways from this season as you see these boys and you saw them mature from day one to the end.
Well, I'll tell you what, we started the season kind of behind the schedule, obviously, because of high school baseball. They limit us to practice time and everything like that. Right out of the gate, we have tournament. But for the most part, from beginning to end, I would say our defense improved dramatically, our hitting improved dramatically, and I believe the kids individually grew as young adults. I mean, even up until the last part of the season, we learned a lot off the field as respectable young men, and how how they need to be just in everyday life, not necessarily on the field.
Well, that's one thing in the course of this program that you and Brian have been involved with that everyone has seen and appreciates from a parent standpoint, a fan standpoint, a community standpoint is you're not just out there coaching baseball. These kids are getting life lessons from you guys that will pay off for years to come. You may not know half of them for the rest of your life, but there's going to be times when those boys think in the back of their head, well, what would Coach Sneeden want me to do here? Or what would he do in this situation?
Right.
And it's got to make you feel good knowing you've had an impact like that.
It does, and I feel that both Brian and I do that year after year. One thing we talk about is, if we get the W, that's a good thing. But if we turn you into a respectable young adult and something that people can look up to, that's doing our job as coaches more than we are getting W's and stuff like that. I mean, the wins are nice, but when you have ex-players text you and ask you for job recommendations and stuff like that, that means a lot.
You bet it does. Yeah, and you know what? As years go by, as you know, you'll forget how many wins and how many losses each season had.
Right.
It's the individual memories of the games themselves and the lessons learned, and those kids coming back to you later saying, hey, Coach, thanks for helping me out. So,
yep, exactly.
Scott, it's been a pleasure having you on all summer long. We're sorry the season ended the way it did, but you'd be proud of yourself and proud of your players, and we appreciate you hanging out with us on the Coaches Show.
Thanks for having me, and let's go Arrows.
You bet. We'll be back with more. We'll talk to head coach Brian Long about the upcoming zone tournament here for the AAA Legion Ball Club as you're listening to the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa on KOFO.
When you do it right, people notice. Take Ottawa's own Pizza Time. A perfect score on Yelp. Well, listen to the reviews. Jack C. said, this is my favorite lunch location. It's a must-stop every time I'm in town. John R. from Washington, D.C. comes to Pizza Time whenever he's in town and says they never skimp on the toppings and the crust is made from scratch. Service is excellent and the delivery time is super fast. Read it for yourself at Yelp or TripAdvisor or check them out on Facebook. Pizza Time does it right. Dine in, carry out, delivery. All you can eat lunch buffet, too. 785-242-TIME.
A lot of places sell hamburgers around here, and they might get you by in a pinch. But ask yourself, where'd that meat come from? At the Brandon Iron Bar and Grill in Princeton, our beef is raised right up the road from our restaurant, and our burgers come dressed as simple or as deluxe as you like. There's the original Iron Burger, your classic patty melt, the extra cheesy big cheese, our spicy Bronco, or the over-the-top Chadwich will help you redefine what a hamburger should taste like. We invite you to visit us soon at the Brandon Iron in Princeton.
Today's cars made with high-strength steel and aluminum require new technology to be safely repaired. Here at CarStar, we provide our employees with education that is recognized by automobile manufacturers as well as your insurance company. Your car is a major investment, and we want to help you protect your family with a quality of work that you can rely on. Call 785-242-8916. That's 785-242-8916, and relax. We'll take it from here.
Don't miss the annual Pedal Tractor Pull July 22nd at noon at the Franklin County Fair. The competition is open to kids ages 4 to 12, and the top 3 places in each group receive a medal and advance to the State Fair competition in the fall. Each participant receives a coupon for a free DQ ice cream cone. The Pedal Tractor Pull is sponsored by the Franklin County Young Farmers and Renters, part of the Franklin County Farm Bureau Association. Registration begins at 11 a.m. on the 22nd. Event begins at noon. The Pedal Tractor Pull at the Franklin County Fair, brought to you by the Franklin County Farm Bureau Association.
Are you playing horseshoes?
Sure am. Something about this song always puts me in the mood for summertime fun.
Yeah, but this is an office, and it's not a backyard barbecue.
Hey, it could be a barbecue if you help me hammer in this badminton net.
Well, how about we go to Chick-fil-A instead, huh? They got a new smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich.
Huh, that does sound summery. So do I need a swimsuit or...
What? No, just regular clothes.
Get in the mood for summer. Try the new seasonal smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich at Chick-fil-A.
Up to 50% off hot deals with Dell's Black Friday and July sale. Are you kidding me? That's huge. Dell has all the technology you need with an amazing selection, including the latest Dell PCs with Intel Core processors, booming Klipsch audio, and so many great electronics. Shop big Black Friday and July deals by visiting Dell.com/BFJuly. You could save up to 50% on select products by calling 800-BUY-DELL.
Why does Exxon and Mobil's Synergy gasoline have 7 ingredients? Is it because 7 is a lucky number? Or because there's 7 wonders of the world? Or because one time I ate 7 cheesesteaks? No, it's because 7 is the precise number of ingredients engineered by a team of really, really smart scientists that helps you get better gas mileage. Mystery solved. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here.
Fuel economy claims are compared with gasoline meeting minimum government standards. Results will vary. Visit Exxon.com or Mobil.com for details.
Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas is KOFO. Home and away, you can hear all the action in 2017 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our many game sponsors and title sponsor Beckman Motors.
Friday night, the Royals back in action against the Texas Rangers. Join us from Kauffman Stadium for all the action. Our coverage Friday begins at 6:30 on the Royals Radio Network.
Don't miss Royals baseball on KOFO.
From Royals baseball to Ottawa Arrows American Legion baseball as we continue the Coaches Show live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Come down. Pizza Time will take care of you for lunch. The buffet is still up. If you want to bring the whole family down, we got you covered for just $29.99. You can get a large single-topping pizza, large specialty pizza, breadsticks, and 4 fountain drinks. And Arlie will take care of you down here at Pizza Time today. So come down and say hi and enjoy a little lunch before you get back out in the heat. Brian, we talked before. We talked to Scott a little bit about the end of the regular season. We mentioned their 29-8 record. Obviously, nothing to sneeze at. That's a fantastic record. A few, like you said, some learning experiences along the way. But with the sweep over last night over Silver Lake, that gives you the number 1 seed heading into the zone tournament that starts at Chanute this Saturday. Now, the zone tournament features Chanute and yourself, obviously, Pittsburgh, Neosho County, and Howard. You might explain who Howard is. But those are the teams that are in the way here over the next weekend.
Yeah, Howard's a team, Southeast Kansas team that I just think it's due east of Wichita down there. So they're a combination of several schools that are put together down there. But yeah, we've got the 4 teams in that zone that'll be competing for 1 spot to go to state. We obviously get automatic qualification being the host team at state. So we're not going to take that lightly. We want what is considered the Zone 4 championship, which to get that we'll have to win our game on Saturday and then turn around and win the game on Sunday morning as well. So that game Saturday is at 3 o'clock, and the game, if we win, will be Sunday at 10 a.m. So if you're in church at that point in time, throw up a prayer for us.
So the Saturday ball game, it's at 3 o'clock, and you'll hear that game on KOFO. Now, that's the winner. You'll play the winner of Neosho County and Howard, if I believe, the kind of the play-in game,
Correct.
if you will. Like you said, going into this, your boys know no matter what the outcome of zone, they're in the state tournament because you're hosting it. How do you convince them they still need to play these games and zone is as important? Because going in, they know they don't really have to win. How do you do that with them?
Well, I mean, if you're a champion, you don't ever want to lose. And if you've got a challenge in front of you in any way, shape, or form, you should accept that head on. So what we've tried to do is embrace that championship target all season, and the message is the same. Whoever's in the other dugout, whatever the stakes are, it doesn't matter. We need to come out, play our best baseball. Now being in the postseason, it's just another opportunity to showcase how far we've come as a team. We definitely want to get that Zone 4 championship as opposed to the Zone 3, because the Zone 4 and the even number zones will face the runners-up of all the other zones. So hypothetically speaking, and it doesn't always shake out this way, but the way it goes is that you would think that the top 4 teams in state that won their zone or came through without a loss, they're going to be facing teams that lost a game in zone. So hypothetically speaking, of the 8 teams that remain, you're going to face somebody on the bottom part of that bracket.
So we know Neosho County, you've seen them earlier this year and kind of took it to them. You haven't played Howard before. Again, neither one of those is a pushover. You have to win that ball game. But of the remaining team, Pittsburgh, Chanute, we know is tough. Who do you look at in this zone that's going to be your biggest struggle?
Oh, definitely Chanute.
I kind of knew that answer before I asked that question, but just wanted to be sure I was on the right track.
Nope, you're definitely on. I think you've been around enough to know. So Chanute's always going to be somebody that we circle on the calendar. They're going to be the home team there in zone. And frankly, quite frankly, they're the team that ended up runner-up to us last year at the state tournament. So we're always going to circle them. They're always going to circle us, and we're going to get together and have a good time.
Well, of course, that starts this Saturday, again, in Chanute. And Ottawa, the number 1 seed at 29-8, will take on the winner of Neosho County and Howard at 3 o'clock on Saturday. And with a win in that ball game, they'll play again Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And you'll hear the Saturday ball game on KOFO, Sunday on KOFO.com, as we will have our regular Sunday morning church programming. So you can flip over to .com at KOFO.com and hear that ball game with the zone tournament. We're going to come back after a short break, talk a little bit about that state tournament that Ottawa will host here at the Orlis Cox Sports Complex. That starts on July 25th. So we'll get into that here shortly. We want you to come down and join us here at Pizza Time for the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
For your convenience, Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa offers free delivery of your prescriptions. Call now to have your next refill delivered right to your door. 242-2055.
A heat advisory is in effect until 8 tonight for Franklin, Anderson, Douglas, and Osage counties, and until 7 tonight for Miami and Lynn counties in the KOFO listening area. Today, sunny and hot, the high 97. Tonight, mostly clear, the low 74. Tomorrow, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 in the afternoon, mostly sunny with a high of 93. Tomorrow night, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 Friday morning, overcast with a low of 71. At the Ottawa Municipal Airport, wind is out of the south at 16, relative humidity is 56%, barometric pressure is steady at 29 and 94/100ths of an inch of mercury, and it's mostly sunny and 91. At KOFO.
Next time, it's time for pizza. Make it Ottawa's own Pizza Time. 785-242-TIME. Now, put that in your speed dial, and while you're doing it, I'll tell you about the menu. Delicious pizza, of course, with your choice of traditional toppings, or you can get a specialty pie like the Meat Lovers. There's a taco or buffalo chicken. And speaking of chicken, check out their wings. Not to mention salads, sandwiches, famous cheese bread, and more. Locally owned and operated and proud home to the weekly Ottawa American Legion Baseball Coaches Show. Dine in, delivery, or carry out. Pizza Time. 785-242-TIME.
Here's the scoop on garden soil. Sometimes it needs help from the Home Depot, where bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil are a special buy, 3 for just $10. It improves existing soil with nutrients plants need for stronger roots, so they'll hit the ground running, starting with much better ground. Miracle-Gro garden soil, 3 bags, $10. Now at the #1 retailer for Scott's Miracle-Gro, the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through August 2nd while supplies last. Contiguous U.S. only. Limit 80 per customer.
Napa know-how.
Right now, Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for just $4.29 a quart. Quality motor oil at an affordable price. A deal so good it practically sells itself. Which begs the question, what do we do with the rest of this commercial? Repeat the deal, I guess. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil for just $4.29 a quart. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 7/31/17.
Are you playing horseshoes?
Sure am. Something about this song always puts me in the mood for summertime fun.
Yeah, but this is an office, and it's not a backyard barbecue.
Hey, it could be a barbecue if you help me hammer in this badminton net.
Well, how about we go to Chick-fil-A instead, huh? They got a new smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich.
Huh, that does sound summery. So do I need a swimsuit or...
What? No, just regular clothes.
Get in the mood for summer. Try the new seasonal smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich at Chick-fil-A.
At Lowe's, we know that pros need to be ready. Ready to sand, ready to tape, ready to prime and paint. And during the Ready to Restock event, Lowe's has everything a pro needs for less. Now through July 26th at Lowe's, pro customers can get 10% off all Purdy brushes, rollers, and paint accessories. Plus, get 10% off select Loctite adhesives when you buy in bulk. See the Pro Desk in-store for details and get ready to save at Lowe's. Minimum purchase required for adhesives discount, U.S. only.
And we're back for our final segment on today's Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show, live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Derek Chappell along with Arrows head coach Brian Long. 12:54 is your time. We'll have ABC News, of course, at the top of the hour. And head to the KOFO newsroom after that. Brian, we talked about zone, of course, and that's going to come up over the weekend, and hopefully the weather will cooperate a little bit with you, and we'll get those ball games in Saturday and Sunday. And then you got some time off again before state begins, and it's always exciting when you host a state tournament, and it's going to be right here in our own backyard at the Orlis Cox Sports Complex. With that on the horizon, and like we said, zone in the way, does it distract you at all with everything you've got to do? Because I know you're very busy getting ready for state. I mean, that's an understatement. But is it tough to keep your focus on the ball game and the boys and everything at hand when you're talking to other teams and where they're going to stay and accommodations and everything else?
You know, the great thing about the way Ottawa American Legion Baseball is set up is that we have a board that handles and takes care of all those things. Luke Queen, Melanie Lamar, Ricky Roth, Ben Evans, those individuals right there take a huge amount of pressure off of me as a coach, and they've done a tremendous job of being prepared for this experience in the last couple this last couple weeks of our season, and I think it's something that something we're prepared for, and they're going to do an excellent job putting it on too.
So let's talk a little bit about the format of the state tournament, just a little bit. You'll start, I believe, on Saturday or on the 25th. So let's talk a little bit, for those who may not know, a little bit about the format of the state tournament.
So the format will be, since we're hosting, the first game will be during the evening. We'll play the latest game in the day, give everybody a chance to get off work and come out, and then it becomes a double elimination tournament. And the last 2 years we've been fortunate enough and have earned victories in our first two games, which has put us into what's considered the first championship game. And once we've gotten into that first championship game, the last 2 years we've actually lost it, and so we've had to work our way back through the losers bracket to get to the second championship game. But if you win the first three games, you're guaranteed either first or second in the tournament, and so that's something that we're shooting to try to make it as straight a path as possible and not have to play. If you win your first three, you don't play more than one game in any given day, and especially with pitch counts, that comes into play very quickly.
And what is the same rule apply for state as it has all season on the pitch count?
Yeah, everything remains the same. We've been working through who we're going to set up and different scenarios throughout the season, and so I feel like with Spencer Hawkins and Nathan Roth, my two assistants, the three of us have gotten on the same page and know what we're wanting to do. Add in the fact that we're going to have two extra brains in the dugout with Scott Sneathen and Brian Thompson now that their season's finished. It gives us a pretty good core of decision makers there to go about and handle this next couple weeks.
I don't want to correct myself. I said you start on the 25th. That's not a Saturday. That's a Tuesday. We're playing during the week, of course, and always that last week of July and state tournament. It's going to be hotter than blazes. So everybody coming out to the ball game, if you're coming to a day game, bring the umbrella, bring the sunscreen. You're going to need it. So as you head into this, let's just kind of look back a little bit on the season. First of all, I can't believe we're sitting here talking about zone and state, because it seems like we just started the coaches show about a week ago and got the season started. I can't believe how fast it's gone. But as you look back kind of in hindsight on this season, throwing the record out no matter what it is, talk about wins and losses as a team as a whole, and just some of the things you've seen these boys do over the course of these last couple months.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is just getting these guys to play together and having fun doing so, and staying on the fact that we're still trying to accomplish some pretty big goals here. This is basically finals time for us, in kind of a reference to school. So I understand, and everybody kind of understands the brevity of the situation with how the postseason can go. So you don't always win a championship at the end, and we right now we just have taken each goal at its worth, and just going to try to progress through the test. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be a cakewalk. We're going to be one of the people that one of the teams that everybody's going to be looking out for and be gunning for, and I think it's something that throughout the next couple weeks we're going to really find out if this team's ready to make history or be history.
Well, like you said, it's not everybody expects to go win a state championship in the postseason. You have kind of upped that expectation for people around here, if you will, with back-to-back championships. And I know the expectation is there in the back of your mind. I know for a lot of people in this community it is. And they're hoping, of course, that happens again. And like you said, because of that, the target's on your back for everybody else coming in. So you have to face that going in. When you're on top, everybody wants to knock you off. And when you host the state tournament and you're the two-time defending champion, it gets a little tricky.
It does, but it's something that we've enjoyed embracing that target. And I think that these guys are more than ready to get out on the field and just leave all those pressures and expectations behind. Get out there, play some good baseball over the next couple weeks, and be entertaining it and finish this out. So that's kind of what our goal is.
Well, Brian, thanks for joining us today. Good luck in zone. Again, that's on Saturday at 3 o'clock in Chanute. You'll hear the game here on KOFO Sunday morning at 10 if the Arrows win on Saturday. We will be back with another edition of the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show next Wednesday following news at noon right here live at Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Derek Chappell signing off, saying have a great Wednesday. You're listening to 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Daria Aldinger. The president comes to his son's defense while Republicans weigh in about Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting with a Russian lawyer.
Well, he refused to weigh in on a hypothetical of whether he'd accept a meeting under similar circumstances to the president's son meeting with a Russian lawyer. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan did say he has concerns and a desire that the independent investigations continue.
It is absolutely unacceptable that Russia or any other country but Russia meddle in our elections. That's just period right there.
Ryan added investigators will get to the bottom of Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting, and he also added that he expects the House will pass a bill imposing stronger sanctions on Russia. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
On Capitol Hill, the president's nominee to lead the FBI is questioned. Senators asking Christopher Wray whether anyone at the White House asked for his allegiance.
No one asked me for any kind of loyalty oath at any point during this process, and I sure as heck didn't offer one.
Wray says his loyalty is with the Constitution and that he didn't see the Russian investigation as a witch hunt. A revised health care bill is expected to be released tomorrow as Republicans work to gain support on their plan. Vice President Pence speaking about it this morning at American University.
The president's going to keep his promise to repeal the failed policies known as Obamacare and give your generation a health care system based on individual freedom, consumer choice, and state-based reform.
At least 10 Republicans have said they'll vote no on the current bill. Congressman Steve Scalise has been transferred out of the ICU. MedStar Washington Hospital says he is still in serious condition being treated for an infection. Scalise was shot at a GOP congressional baseball practice last month. In Pennsylvania, new clues into the search for 4 missing men. Investigators combing the property that belongs to the parents of 20-year-old Cosmo DiNardo. He's been named a person of interest in the case. They say they found several important pieces of evidence, but no human remains. This is ABC News.
Hi, this is John Taffer from Bar Rescue. I've worked with over 1,000 restaurants, so I know firsthand what it's like to need extra funding to buy equipment or to manage cash flow gaps. I even had to sell ownership in a restaurant because I didn't have the capital I needed at the time. With Cabbage, you don't have to be in that position. Cabbage offers lines of credit of up to $150,000. Apply online and you'll get a decision right away. I signed up in a few simple steps and had funding in minutes. Since Cabbage is a line of credit, you can take the exact amount you need when you need it. You never have to reapply to take additional loans, and you'll only pay for the funds you use. Cabbage has helped more than 100,000 businesses from every industry with over $3 billion in funding. Cabbage is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and was named the Forbes Top 100 company twice in a row. Whether you own a restaurant or any type of small business, get started at cabbagewithak.com/owner or call 855-CABBAGE, KABBAGE.
Line of credit is subject to credit approval. See terms and conditions.
In the darkest corners of the internet, there's chatter about a dangerous, potentially deadly game.
The rules of the game appear to be simple.
You're challenging yourself against somebody else to do something that's adventurous or risk-taking.
Dr. Irv Love is a psychologist in San Antonio, where a 15-year-old committed suicide last weekend. His father says it was apparently the last of 50 challenges his son was given. And while the very existence of the game is in dispute, Love says,
this is something you cannot look away from. We're talking about death.
Whether the game is real or an internet hoax, he urges parents to closely monitor their kids' social media. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
4 solo U.S. kayakers have set off on a daring trip from Cuba to Key West, the 103-mile route expected to take up to 40 hours to complete. They should be in Florida tomorrow night. The team could run into currents, sharks, and unpredictable weather. They say they're doing it to draw attention to bilateral relations in light of President Trump's recent changes in Cuba policy. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
With Zillow, you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for the kitchen where you'll bake your baby's smash cake. The extra bedroom where your sister will constantly crash. You're looking for a garage where you'll park bicycles, tricycles, and every mode of transportation, except your car.
You're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. And whether buying or renting, Zillow makes it easy with smart search features, photos, and more. Zillow, find your way home.
Good afternoon. This hour's top story brought to you by Ransom Memorial Hospital, voted top 100 community hospital by iVantage Health Analytics. Visit ransom.org. A heat advisory is in effect until 8 tonight for Franklin, Anderson, Douglas, and Osage counties, and until 7 this evening for Miami, Lynn counties in the KOFO listening area. Expect heat indices to reach 105. Prolonged exposure to humid conditions increases the potential for heat-related illnesses. The Franklin County Public Works has closed 2600 through 2700 Kentucky Road. The road will be closed for improved drainage and will be closed until further notice with no detours provided. The Ottawa School District is offering online enrollment for the first time. There are many items that you can take care of using the online enrollment feature, including paying fees and setting up lunch accounts. Superintendent Jeannie Stroh.
Parents will be getting an email with a password next week, and they're welcome to go online once they get the email and fill out all the enrollment papers for each of their students. And we will also have regular enrollment at the beginning of August. And so if somebody isn't comfortable doing online enrollment or gets to a spot that they're not sure about, we certainly will welcome them the first couple of days of August to our traditional kind of enrollment.
Federal authorities are holding a person of interest in connection with Monday night's bomb explosion outside an Air Force recruiting office in suburban Tulsa. 28-year-old Benjamin Roden, who lived near the office, is held without bond awaiting federal charges. FBI Special Agent Jesse Rice says no one was hurt and the motive is unclear, although the incident raises red flags.
We do see a lot of kind of the one-off extremist or disgruntled or the different types of events that we've seen in the past year, unfortunately, all across the United States. So is it a trend? I can't say. Are we seeing it more frequently? Yes, we are.
New York City, KOFO Weather Center forecast today: sunny and hot with a high of 97. I'm Michael Newman, KOFO News.
News, weather, sports, and the best country all day long. 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
If your daughter has gotten engaged recently, maybe you're a little less than thrilled with the fiance, it could be worse. Really, it could. I'll prove it coming up just a few. Garth Brooks and his new one on the way too.
Sitting in 6-lane backed up traffic, horns are honking. I've about had it. I'm looking for an exit sign. Gotta get out of here, get it all off my mind. Then like a memory from your grandpa's attic, a song comes slipping through the radio static, changing my mood. A little George Strait in 1982, and it makes me wanna take a back road. Makes me wanna take the long way home. Put a little gravel in my travel, unwind, unravel all night long. Makes me wanna grab my honey, tear down some 2-lane country. Who knows? Get lost and get right with my soul. Makes me wanna take a back road. I've been cooped up, tied down, barrel, forgotten what a field looks like, full of corn and cotton. If I'm gonna hit a traffic jam, well, it better be a tractor man. I'm so sick and tired of this interstate system. I need a curve and wind, a twist in dusty path to nowhere. With the wind blowing through my baby's hair, yeah, it makes me wanna take a back road. Makes me wanna take the long way home. Put a little gravel in my travel, unwind, unravel all night long. Makes me wanna grab my honey, tear down some 2-lane country. Who knows? Get lost and get right with my soul. Makes me wanna take a back road. Some old back road. Maybe it's the feeling, or maybe it's the freedom. Maybe it's that shady spot where we park the truck when things get hot. Girl, we park the truck when things get hot. And it makes me wanna take a back road. Makes me wanna take the long way home. Put a little gravel in my travel, unwind, unravel all night long. Makes me wanna grab you, honey, tear down some 2-lane country. Who knows? Get lost and get right with my soul. Makes me wanna take a back road. Some old back road. Get back with my soul. All I gotta do is take some old back road to the shady spot where things get hot, girl. Way down, way down, way down. Some old back road.
Stand up for what you believe in. Crank the country.
KOFO 1220, 103.7 FM.
You're stubborn as they come. You'll never settle down. You'll always be the one doesn't stick around. You make all the rules. You're set in your way. You gotta have your freedom. You gotta have your space. But one day you'll meet the girl you swore you'd never find. Start feeling things you never felt and spending all your time trying to figure out how she got this hold on you. And when you start to fall, you hold on to your pride. Start building up your walls and never let her get the side. You'll push her away, cause that's all you know how to do. And then she'll leave, and you won't beg and not to go. Ask me how I know. Go on and shake your head. Tell me that I'm wrong. Say I'm just another fool. just another song. But I know how you are, 'cause I know how I am, and I'd do anything to go back and try again. 'Cause one day you'll meet the girl you swore you'd never find. Start feeling things you never felt and spending all your time trying to figure out how she got this hold on you. And when you start to fall, you hold on to your pride. Start building up your walls and never let her get inside. You'll push her away, 'cause that's all you know how to do. And then she'll leave, and you won't beg her not to go. Ask me how I know. Then you best put this song on repeat. Maybe then you won't end up like me. 'Cause one day you'll meet the girl you swore you'd never find. Start feeling things you never felt and spending all your time trying to figure out how she got this hold on you. And when you start to fall, you hold on to your pride. Start building up your walls and never let her get inside. You'll push her away, 'cause that's all you know how to do. And then she'll leave, and you won't beg her not to go. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. 'Cause man, I know.
The new one from Garth Brooks. He knows. He would like to tell you about it. If you have a future son-in-law in the family and you're less than delighted, this might help. Brandon Thompson, his birthday is July 4th, so they were going to have a big Independence Day celebration and a birthday celebration, and then just to make it a trifecta, he was going to propose to his girlfriend. The party was underway when the police showed up. He had 6 felony warrants outstanding on him, so the police showed up to arrest him. As they were leading Brandon away, he said, "Wait, can I just have a second to propose?" And they said, okay. So he proposed marriage. His girlfriend accepted. She said yes. So they're going to get married when he gets out of jail. See, don't you feel better? 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
90s country. Duke country.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Today's country. We're covering all the bases.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to announce that KFC's new spicy, crispy Zinger chicken sandwich is now available in a $5 fill-up for a limited time. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a hand-breaded Zinger chicken sandwich, wages, a cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the Zinger in a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
Power Service is made just for diesels. Does your diesel run like it did when you first got it? You'd be surprised at the power you've lost over the miles. Diesel Clean plus cetane boost from Power Service restores lost power and fuel economy, cleans injectors, and smooths rough-running engines. And now buy 2 80-ounce bottles of Diesel Clean and get $10 back. That's right, $10. Learn more at PowerServiceRebate.com. PowerServiceRebate.com.
Power Service. Made just for diesels.
Offer good at participating retailers only.
Here's the scoop on garden soil. Sometimes it needs help from the Home Depot, where bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil are a special buy, 3 for just $10. It improves existing soil with nutrients plants need for stronger roots, so they'll hit the ground running, starting with much better ground. Miracle-Gro garden soil, 3 bags, $10. Now at the #1 retailer for Scott's Miracle-Gro, the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through August 2nd while supplies last. Contiguous U.S. only. Limit 80 per customer.
At Lowe's, we know that pros need to be ready. Ready to sand, ready to tape, ready to prime and paint. And during the Ready to Restock event, Lowe's has everything a pro needs for less. Now through July 26th at Lowe's, pro customers can get 10% off all Purdy brushes, rollers, and paint accessories. Plus, get 10% off select Loctite adhesives when you buy in bulk. See the Pro Desk in-store for details and get ready to save at Lowe's. Minimum purchase required for adhesives discount, U.S. only.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
Hi, it's Lou Baker from CarStar in Ottawa. We stand behind our repairs with local lifetime warranty and CarStar Limited 5-year nationwide warranty. 1-800-CARSTAR. Relax, we'll take it from here.
A heat advisory is in effect until 8 tonight for Franklin, Anderson, Douglas, and Osage counties, and until 7 tonight for Miami and Lynn counties in the KOFO listening area. Today, sunny and hot, the high 97. Tonight, mostly clear, the low 74. Tomorrow, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 in the afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high of 93. Tomorrow night, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 Friday morning. Overcast with a low of 71. At the Ottawa Municipal Airport, wind is out of the south at 16. Relative humidity is 56%. Barometric pressure is steady at 29 and 94 1/100ths of an inch of mercury. And it's mostly sunny and 91. At KOFO.
With mobile banking, I've got all my finances right at my fingertips. I can pay bills, transfer funds, and even check balances, all from my smartphone or tablet. And since I have my bank bookmarked right on the web, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
While the kids are enjoying the summer, you, as a parent, have to think ahead because the start of another school year will soon be here. And if you have an athlete in the family, you don't want to put off that school physical until the last minute. This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, inviting you to call today and schedule your child's school physical for only $25. 893-8272. 893-8272. Maxwell Chiropractic at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa, or visit MaxwellChiropracticFamilyWellness.com.
Addiction is a treatable illness, and you don't have to do this alone.
My husband said it's just beer. I didn't think anything of it, but he started drinking every night. He started going to work late, stopped spending time with me and the kids. Alcohol became his priority.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? We understand how difficult making the decision to enter treatment can be. At Valley Hope, we help families rebuild their lives. There is hope. ValleyHope.org. Sponsored by Valley Hope Association and this station.
Your source for information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
It's only happened to me a couple of times. I've heard a song, and it's so good, I have pulled over to get my phone out to see what the song was. I did it with that one. First time I heard it, it's like, up, hit the shoulder of the road. What was that? That's Brothers Osborne. Stay a little longer. KOFO, 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Your source for information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. 1220 and now on 103.7 FM KOFO.
new album is almost done. It'll be out in September. On September 8th, it'll be called Slow Heart. That's the first single. Kip Moore, More Girls Like You. KOFO.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to announce that KFC's new spicy, crispy Zinger chicken sandwich is now available in a $5 fill-up for a limited time. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a hand-breaded Zinger chicken sandwich, wages, a cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the Zinger in a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
Power Service is made just for diesels. Does your diesel run like it did when you first got it? You'd be surprised at the power you've lost over the miles. Diesel Clean plus cetane boost from Power Service restores lost power and fuel economy, cleans injectors, and smooths rough-running engines. And now buy 2 80-ounce bottles of Diesel Clean and get $10 back. That's right, $10. Learn more at PowerServiceRebate.com. PowerServiceRebate.com.
Power Service. Made just for diesels.
Offer good at participating retailers only.
Kansas Agriculture Network Markets.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Greg Akagi. First off, at the Merc, we see August cattle up the 300-point limit at the close at 117.87. October limit higher at 117.82. August feeders up the 450-point limit at 151.75. September limit higher at 150 even. August lean hogs up 37 points at 82.62, and October is up 10 at 69.27. Looking over to the grains, Kansas City wheat September at the close down 13.5 at 5.44. December down 13 1/4 at 5.70.5. In Chicago, September corn, is down 16 1/4 at 385.5, and December is down 15.5 at 398 3/4. August soybeans are down 8.5 at 1020 3/4. Meanwhile, November down 9 1/4 at the close at 1034. Crude oil up 70 cents at $45.74 a barrel. And at Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is up 134 points. You're listening to the Kansas Agriculture Network.
Competition for good employees is heating up, and as an employer, there's only one place to go to get the word out about your critical job openings: HotJobsReport.com. HotJobsReport.com is trusted and utilized by employers across the state when they're looking for the top Kansas employees. Promoted throughout the state with the largest Kansas radio networks, HotJobsReport.com reaches people in all 105 Kansas counties and touches the surrounding states. The HotJobsReport.com staff is experienced at working with all types of employers to develop online and on-air strategies to attract the best candidates to their company. Offering multiple resources, the staff at HotJobsReport.com is equipped to work with employers to produce response-generating employment announcements, post detailed job information, and use on-air radio commercials for a more targeted approach. If you're looking for a new job or if you're looking for great employees, use the cost-effective and proven success of HotJobsReport.com. That's HotJobsReport.com.
If you're good with people and take pride in customer service, then Seven Cedars in Princeton is looking for you. Seven Cedars is now taking applications for the position of liquor store and convenience store clerk. You'll receive competitive pay, flexible schedule, and work in an environment that provides daily satisfaction for you and your customers. Stop by Seven Cedars just 6.5 miles south of Ottawa on Highway 59 in Princeton and apply today. Seven Cedars, providing Princeton and the surrounding community with more than 10 years of service, selection, and satisfaction. 7 days a week. KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the two-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the White Sox on July 22nd. We'll announce the winner on Tuesday, July 18th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
First pitch is banged to deep left field. Back goes Motter. Gone. Merrifield starting things with a bang.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
News, weather, sports, and the best country all day long. 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
listening when the sun comes up until the sun goes down. That's a heck of a good day.
KOFO.
The song with arguably the best video ever is the number one song this week. It's on the way in 3.5 minutes. 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
Didn't catch the game? Don't miss the Royals recap during morning and noon news from Frank Ice Center and your home for Royals baseball, 103.7 FM, 1220 AM, KOFO.
A heat advisory is in effect until 8 tonight for Franklin, Anderson, Douglas, and Osage counties, and until 7 tonight for Miami and Lynn counties in the KOFO listening area. Today, sunny and hot, the high 97. Tonight, mostly clear, the low 74. Tomorrow, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 in the afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high of 93. Tomorrow night, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 Friday morning. Overcast with a low of 71. At the Ottawa Municipal Airport, wind is out of the south at 16. Relative humidity is 56%. Barometric pressure is steady at 29 and 94 1/100ths of an inch of mercury. And it's mostly sunny and 91. at KOFO.
Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling reminds you to keep your family safe from carbon monoxide. We can test your CO detectors to ensure they're working. If you don't have a CO detector, we carry carbon monoxide detectors from CO Experts, our vendor of choice. Your family's safety is no joke, and carbon monoxide is a year-round concern, not just when your furnace is running. Your carbon monoxide detector should be tested at least twice a year. Call 242-9273 or stop by 102 South Walnut in Ottawa to learn more.
This is Aaron from Beanie's Body Shop in Ottawa. For July through the 15th, Cooper offers up to $70 off qualifying set of tires. At $25 more from the shop, what a bargain. Beanie's Body Shop in Ottawa. Call 785-242-4082 and schedule your appointment today.
Seven Cedars in Princeton is now taking applications for the position of liquor store and convenience store clerk. Competitive pay, flexible schedule, and a great work environment await you at Seven Cedars, just 6.5 miles south of Ottawa on Highway 59 in Princeton. Stop in and apply today. This moment of wellness is brought to you by Ransom Memorial Hospital.
Hi, my name is Angie Welch. I'm the Director of Emergency Services at Ransom Memorial Hospital. We understand that time is important to you and your family, and when you come to the ER, we want to make it a good experience for you. We want you greeted with a smile and taken directly to a room if available. A quick and accurate diagnosis gets you back on the road to recovery as soon as possible. That's how the emergency department provides excellence for every patient, every time.
Close to home, close to your heart. Visit ransom.org.
With the perfect Vera Bradley purse, anything is possible. Now you can discover a variety of fabrications, streetwise silhouettes, beautiful jewelry, luggage, and accessories at Sutton's Jewelry. You'll find newly released designer and functional bags with fashionable and seasonal designs. Get excited about the new line of KU and K-State patterns. Vera Bradley is a leader in the latest trending handbags, luggage, and jewelry with styles that are sure to make a fashion statement. Sutton's Jewelry and Vera Bradley. Find them at 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa. KOFO is looking to fill the position of board operator. Some responsibilities include operating control board for studio and remote programming, monitoring on-air programming sound, execute score updates on the KOFO website, the ability to work without close supervision, and flexibility in work schedule. Email your resume to kofo@kofo.com, mail to P.O. Box 16, Ottawa, Kansas 66067, or stop by our KOFO studio at 320 East Radio Road. No phone calls, please. KOFO is an equal opportunity employer.
Your source for information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO. Information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Daria Albinger. Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting with a Russian lawyer takes center stage on Capitol Hill.
During the confirmation hearing for FBI nominee Christopher Wray, Lindsey Graham pushing the former federal prosecutor to weigh in on Donald Trump Jr.'s emails and perhaps offer some guidance to politicians.
If I got a call from somebody saying the Russian government wants to help Lindsey Graham get reelected, they've got dirt on Lindsey Graham's opponent, should I take that meeting?
Well, Senator, I would think you'd want to consult with some good legal advisors before you did that.
Wray went on to tell the members of the committee that any threat to interfere in elections from a state or non-state actor, they should contact the FBI. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
Now that the Senate recess is put on hold, the House could do the same. Congressman Mark Meadows, who chairs the Conservative Freedom Caucus, says lawmakers should work on tax reform and health care before they take a vacation. And he pointed out the House has been waiting to repeal Obamacare for 7 years.
The American people are not going to understand. If they were willing to vote for it and send it to President Obama, why are they not willing to send it to President Trump? Were they just doing it for show? I would hope not.
It comes as House Majority Whip Steve Scalise has moved out of the intensive care unit. A Washington hospital says he is still in serious condition as he fights an infection. Scalise was shot at a GOP congressional baseball practice last month and has undergone several surgeries. Sentencing for the mastermind behind New Jersey's Bridgegate scandal.
David Wildstein was sentenced to 3 years probation and 500 hours of community service for his role in the scheme to close lanes at the George Washington Bridge. Wildstein apologized to the mayor whose town bore the brunt of the resulting traffic problems and whose refusal to endorse Governor Chris Christie's re-election campaign was the catalyst for closing the lanes in the first place.
ABC's Aaron Katursky. In Oklahoma, the FBI has arrested one person in connection with an explosion outside of an Air Force recruitment office. Benjamin Roden being held without bond. This is ABC News.
Worry less with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty Mutual saved me almost $800 when I switched my home and auto insurance.
Liberty did what?
Yeah, I got the perfect coverage for us, and I didn't have to worry about skimping on Emma's party.
Oh, well, that explains the...
Pony! Best birthday ever!
Visit us online to get a quote. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide survey of new customers. Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company.
With Zillow, you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for the pool that will turn your kids' fingers into prunes. The living room where your dad will explain the nuances of football to you. Yet again. The kitchen where you'll alphabetize your spice collection and discover forgotten, furry, what is that, in the back of the fridge.
You're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. And whether buying or renting, Zillow makes it easy with smart search features, photos, and more. Zillow, find your way home.
So you have an EpiPen. Do you know how to use it? A new study says a lot of people don't.
Anaphylaxis, a severe allergic response, can be fatal. The EpiPen often works as a life-saving device during those allergic reactions, but new research shows it's not being used often enough or quickly enough on children. Of more than 400 kids ranging from newborns to age 25, study by researchers at Ohio's Nationwide Children's Hospital, 93% had visible anaphylaxis symptoms, but just a third received epinephrine before arriving at the hospital. The study found children who suffered an allergic reaction at school were far more likely to receive an EpiPen dose than those at home. Brian Clark, ABC News.
4 solo U.S. kayakers are on their way to Florida from Cuba, the 103-mile route to Key West. Expected to take up to 40 hours. They should make it by tomorrow night. They could run into current, sharks, and unpredictable weather, though, on the way. They say they're doing it to draw attention to bilateral relations in light of recent changes to Cuba relations. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Good afternoon. It's 2:04, 2:04. I'm Sean Torres in the KOFO newsroom. This hour's top stories are brought to you by Ransom Memorial Hospital, winner of the Women's Choice Emergency Care Award. Visit ransom.org. Ottawa's newest school is set to open its doors this fall. Sunflower Elementary will debut with great anticipation from local students as well as USD 290 staff. The school boasts the latest in technology and modern features, including a pretty awesome playground. Superintendent Dr. Jeannie Stroh.
touch-up work inside and so on, and getting the floors waxed. Furniture will arrive next week. Teachers will be moved in next week, and so it's pretty exciting. We have fencing that will start in the next couple of days all the way around the building. It's great to go by and see kids playing on the playground, and every time I go somewhere, kids tell me how much fun it is to play on the playground. So that's just pretty awesome. Excited to see our kids there and excited about a new school.
A Salina man was sentenced Monday to 20 years in federal prison. U.S. Attorney Tom Beal confirmed that Jason Sheets had pleaded guilty to a charge of conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine and gun charges related to drug trafficking. Sheets admitted to being a member of a drug trafficking organization that was in operation in the Salina area, as well as telling prosecutors that he and his 3 co-defendants were in possession of nearly 20 firearms, including pistols and rifles. Those men were sentenced to prison earlier. 2 people were hospitalized as a result of a head-on collision south of Williamsburg Tuesday evening. The Kansas Highway Patrol says 43-year-old Melody Milken of Garnett was traveling on Colorado Road near Clark Road and crossed into the path of a Franklin County Sheriff's vehicle driven by 51-year-old Travis Altick of Williamsburg. Both drivers were taken to Ransom Memorial Hospital for injuries received in the crash. Both were wearing seatbelts. The exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast. A heat advisory is in effect until 8 this evening for Franklin, Anderson, Douglas, and Osage counties and until 7 tonight for Miami and Lynn counties. Today, sunny and hot with a high of 97. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 74. At the Ottawa Municipal Airport, wind is out of the south at 16. Relative humidity is 60%. Barometric pressure is steady at 29 and 94, 107 inch of mercury. It's 92 and sunny. I'm Sean Torres, KOFO News.
Your source for information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. 1220 and now on 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Thanks for having us on. If you're trying to get more social media followers, you're trying to get famous, they've actually done the research. They figured out the perfect time for you to be sending out your posts. Wouldn't you like to know the magic time? That
Always take a little country music with you wherever you go. It's good for your constitution.
KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Get ready.
Brett Eldredge and Something I'm Good At. That's from the album Brett Eldredge. It's coming out August 4th. Excited and ready for that. All right, so if you want to get more followers on social media, you first of all need to have your stuff out in front of people for it to go viral and do that. They've done 20 different studies, concluded the best time for you to, for instance, tweet or post on social media is between noon and 3 p.m. Tweeting during the work week works better than the weekends, which is interesting. So about lunchtime, I guess, is when people's attention starts to drift. That according to coschedule.com. All right, so get on there. Is it time to tweet yet? I'm not sure. Oh, is that a tweet just came in? Justin Moore is coming up. 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Playing this.
Some beach.
And this.
I want to know how forever feels.
And this.
Don't hurt like it used to.
Hey, we take our job very seriously.
O'Reilly.
Purchase 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil and a MicroGuard filter for the same price as Valvoline Conventional, just $24.99 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Extend the life of your engine with Valvoline Max Life High Mileage at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Valero, we believe life gets lived between every fill-up. So whether you go down the road on 2 wheels or 4, whether your Wednesday night is spent racing to the grocery store or down a track, and whether you're dropping off the mail, the pizza, the kids, or all of the above, we're here to make sure you're never running on empty. Valero top-tier certified quality fuel keeps your engine running cleaner, better, and longer. Find a station near you at ValeroCleanGas.com.
Here's the scoop on garden soil. Sometimes it needs help from the Home Depot, where bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil are a special buy, 3 for just $10. It improves existing soil with nutrients plants need for stronger roots, so they'll hit the ground running, starting with much better ground. Miracle-Gro garden soil, 3 bags, $10. Now at the #1 retailer for Scott's Miracle-Gro, the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through August 2nd while supplies last. Contiguous U.S. only. Limit 80 per customer.
At Lowe's, we know that pros need to be ready. Ready to sand, ready to tape, ready to prime and paint. And during the Ready to Restock event, Lowe's has everything a pro needs for less. Now through July 26th at Lowe's, pro customers can get 10% off all Purdy brushes, rollers, and paint accessories. Plus get 10% off select Loctite adhesives when you buy in bulk. See the Pro Desk in-store for details. And get ready to save at Lowe's. Minimum purchase required for adhesives discount, U.S. only.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
Christmas is still months away, but that doesn't mean you can't have a wish list right now. If a new firearm is tops on that list, visit the Gun Guys with a huge supply of new firearms in stock. The Gun Guys, 412 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
A heat advisory is in effect until 8 tonight for Franklin, Anderson, Douglas, and Osage counties, and until 7 tonight for Miami and Lynn counties in the KOFO listening area. Sunny and hot today with a high of 97. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 74. Tomorrow, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny and a high of 93. It's 94 in Overbrook, 95 in Osawatomie. At the Ottawa Municipal Airport, we have winds out of the south at 14, 56% relative humidity, and a barometric pressure of 29.93 inches of mercury and falling. It's mostly sunny and 93 at 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
This is Ryan Disbro, your State Farm agent in Garnett. When you think about State Farm, your first thought is insurance, life, health, auto, and home. But did you know my agency can also make the dream of owning a home a reality? Whether it's your first home or your next home, finding the right financing can be confusing. Isn't it nice to know you have help finding just the right mortgage? Call my office today and let's get started on your mortgage needs. 785-448-1660 or visit online at ryandisbro.com. NMLS number 324699.
All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating in Ottawa presents another way to make you feel better. Before you spring into the great outdoors, don't neglect the great indoors. All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating keeps you feeling better with a new Lennox home comfort system. And now you can get up to a $1,700 rebate on a new Lennox system. Call All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating at their new number, 8888 Airman, or visit them online at allseasons-ac-heat.com. All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating, locally owned and treating you like family. Call today, 8888 Airman. KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the two-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the White Sox on July 22nd. We'll announce the winner on Tuesday, July 18th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
First pitch is banged to deep left field. Back goes Motter. Gone. Merrifield starting things with a bang.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
News, weather, sports, and the best country all day long. 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Just some more, and somebody else will. I'm Jesse. I got Brett Young coming up by request. A wedding song, maybe? We'll see. Want to let you know, too, CNN's original series, The 90s, Sundays at 9 Eastern and Pacific, only on CNN. Watch it. KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Your source for information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
There's Brett Young, and in case you didn't know about Brett, he was a college baseball pitcher, so it was a big thrill for him to throw out the first pitch at Wrigley Field last week. He got injured in college, kind of had to go with Plan B, his backup, country music superstar. That's a good Plan B. More music on the way. Sam Hunt's coming up. 12:20 and 103.7.